Hello and welcome to how to get your heel stretch in just one day. Yes, you can do it in one day. Beginners can do it too. You don't even need your splits or anything like that. And it's so much fun to learn. So let's get this party started. First, we're going to start off with a warm-up, which is optional but very highly recommended. So we're going to start with 20 jumping jacks, super wide legs, good posture, flap those arms super duper wide, really get that blood flow going and all that good stuff. From there, we're going to do some sideline cheerleader kicks, so put your arms up in a super tight high V, smile, this is so much fun, squeezing your core, have good posture, and just focus on kicking your legs up as high as you can. Then kick yourself in the face, don't focus so much on actually doing the splits itself, but just engaging those leg muscles and getting those abs on, you know, all that good stuff. Now we're going to do some across the floor dancer kicks, which are very, very similar, but we're going to be walking in a straight line rather than staying in the same place, and we're also not really going to be bouncing. Again, you want to make sure you're doing left and right leg splits, not middle splits, so kick your legs straight in front of you towards your face. Straddle splits, so basically you want to make sure your legs are locked out, knees facing the ceiling, toes pointed, everything straight in a line, and the trick to getting them further is to scoot your hands about 6 to 12 inches in front of your thighs, and then just try to press your thighs right up against your wrists. Now we're going to do a nice easy side body stretch, so try to grab your toes if you can, and then slam the entire side of your upper body straight into your leg. And of course, you want to repeat that exercise on the other side. Remember to try to grab your toes in, try to slam your side of your body into your leg, and you can grab your ankle if you need to instead. Now we're going to do the pike stretch, so make sure you point your feet, lock out your legs, squeeze your abs in, sit up tall, and just reach forward and try to put your nose to your knee and grab your ankles. We're going to do the same thing, but with our feet flexed. So really reach for those toes, keep your straight back and all of that, so you can get a great calf stretch. Now we're going to do a left leg super deep lunge. Make sure you keep good posture. You really try to point that back leg and keep it as straight as you can, and really dip forward as far as you can without putting your knee over your foot. Now we're going to do a half split, so you're going to sit on your front foot, your left leg, and point your back foot, your right leg, and keep that as straight as you can. Try to get your thighs as close to the ground as possible. Now we're going to slide right into our left split, go as far down as you can, and make sure you're pressing down on your thighs so you can get your thighs really close to the ground. If you can't actually do your split, just try your best and really focus on locking out your legs and pushing down on your thighs as far as you can go. We're going to sit in pike position, and we're going to hug one knee to our chest, grab on your shin, and just pull in as close as you possibly can. You can lean against the wall if you need to. The important thing is to keep good posture as you do this. Now from the single leg shin hug, we're just going to extend that leg straight. You can grab anywhere on your leg as you like. The important thing is just that you're keeping it straight, keeping good posture, squeezing your abs in, and getting it as high as you can. Now that we've done that, we're going to do the same thing again, but just doing it single-handedly. So you're only going to use your left hand to grab that leg straight and try to grab as close to your ankle or your toes as you can. Now we're going to do some leg lifts on our left leg. So you want to lay down completely flat on the ground, squeeze those abs and engage your hip flexors, and just lower and raise your left leg as high as you possibly can, and then lower it to the ground as close as you can. Now we're going to do some right leg lowers, so you want to kick both feet up into a pike position as close to your face as you can, and just lower and raise your right leg back and forth. The trick to doing this is not to focus so much on the flexibility, but mostly on engaging your hip flexors. Now we're going to repeat the same thing on the left leg. Again, make sure you're not so much focusing on the flexibility, but just using your hip flexors, engaging your abs to lower and raise that left leg as close to your face as you possibly can. Now remember that shin hug we were doing earlier in the pike position? We're going to do the exact same thing but lying down on the ground. It should be very comfortable, very relaxing. Just pull it in as close as you can to your chest, nice and easy. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're just going to tuck under our thigh instead of our shin, so pull it in as close to your chest as possible. Now we're going to tuck both thighs to our chest. Think about it like a cannonball or a back tuck, whatever you want to call it, but just pull them in as close as you possibly can. From the thigh tuck position, we're going to straighten out our left leg, and remember you can grab anywhere on your left leg as you like, as long as you're keeping it straight. From that position, we're going to keep our left leg and our hands exactly where they are. You notice how they're very, very close to looking like a heel stretch and all that. Now we're just going to slide our right leg down nice and comfortable so that we're in a relaxed, decompressed position. Straight right leg, straight left leg. See how we're almost pretty much in a heel stretch? So that wasn't so hard, was it? Now the only thing you have to do is you just hold that position. You can have somebody hold down on your right leg if you need to and whatever. Just make sure both legs are straight, and you're going to let go of your left leg with your right arm and just lay it all the way flat back like a heel stretch in the air. If you could do that, you pretty much have your heel stretch by now. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm just going to show you how to do it standing up. So for this drill, it's basically the shin hug. You're going to grab your shins and hug it close to your chest. You can totally lean against the wall if you have to balance, because I'll teach you how to balance later. From the shin hug, we're going to do the thigh hug. So you're going to wrap your arms around your thigh instead of your shin, just like we did on the ground. Again, you can lean against the wall if you have to. And remember that drill we just did where we extended our leg from the tuck position out to an almost heel stretch? Well, we're going to do the exact same thing, but remember you can grab anywhere on your leg and you can lean against the wall to do this. So just pull it straight and hold it for a few seconds. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now we're going to do almost the same thing. We're going to start off by putting our hands on our feet or ankles or whatever, and then you're just going to pull it straight with one arm instead of two arms. And if you can do that, you've got your heel stretch. See, that drill wasn't so hard, was it? Now the only thing you need to do to fix is to kick your legs straight instead of bending it. And if you can do that, you've got your heel stretch. Now time to learn how to balance. If you want even more tips, make sure you go watch my balance video, which I'll link below. Do not bend your legs to pull your heel stretch because you are not going to be able to balance any better and your bases can't hold you up that way. Instead, you want to lock your legs out really tight and just let your foot meet your hands, and it looks so much better, gets your legs so much higher. Don't pull your legs sideways. Even though this might look really pretty in dance and cheerleading, you're never going to be able to balance that way. Instead, do a left leg split, not a middle split. Let your foot meet your hands, and you want to focus on kicking your face essentially. You also don't want to lean forward or stick out your rear to pull your heel stretch because you also aren't going to be able to balance that way. Instead, you want to squeeze everything really tight, stand up as tall as you possibly can, and just let your foot meet your hand, and it looks so much better, gets so much higher. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope, this has been like super duper helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at EricLynCheer, and send me lots of pictures of you guys doing these exercises and poses and stuff. Anyways, I'll see you later. Bye.